If you're managing a lot of clients and you're like, I want to see this in one place, this video is for you. I'm going to show you how ClickUp can do that for you. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sabri, a Christian stay-at-home mom, system strategist, and the person who finally figured out how to build a business while solo parenting with no childcare and no village. I build interruption-proof workflows done for you so your business can stop running on your memory at 3 a.m. and starts running even when the real boss wakes up early. If you're tired of doing things the hard way, stay right here. You're managing a lot of clients, and I mean a lot. You're like, I have these people over here. I'm white labeling also. I'm doing this, that, and the third. And you're like, I need to see everybody in one place. Having some people in this software or having somebody in this software or keeping up with a tab on your notes, or you're keeping everything in your brain. You're like, I cannot keep doing this longer, especially if you're wanting to grow your business. And even if you're not wanting to grow your business, just to give you a peace of mind. So I want to show you how ClickUp can do this for you, and how you can really start hiring that technology and using that technology. I'm the mama that's all about using the technology to give you some support if you don't have support at all. We about to use that technology, okay? So the first thing, I'm actually going to share my screen. If you see me bouncing, my 6-month-old is trying to take a nap right now, so we're multitasking. But I'm going to share my screen and show you how ClickUp can help you when it comes to managing your clients all in one spot. Okay, so I'm in like a test. I have like a test space, because I also sell ClickUp templates too. And so if you want those, the link will be in my description below. The first place I want to take you to in ClickUp is the master calendar, because you need to be able to see everything in one spot, especially if like, do I even have space for this? What is supposed to be happening? Like, I know I'm supposed to be doing this for marketing, or I know I'm supposed to be doing this for a client, or I know that I'm supposed to like get back to somebody that I collabed with. Like, you're like, what is going on? So there's an all tasks section, and this will show you all your tasks in your space at one time, what the due dates are, who are assigned to it. You can also use ClickUp for like if you have a team. And if you don't have a team, I know ClickUp can seem like, isn't that a little too big if I don't have a team? And it's like, it might feel that way because there might be some features that you don't use, but at the end of the day, you can really make ClickUp your team and like get somebody else to do it, and it could be ClickUp. You know what I'm saying? This would be the master calendar. So whatever you have on here, obviously I have like some examples just to, so you can see what it looks like instead of it being blank. You can have it as a board, and then you can also have it as a calendar too, whichever one you prefer. And then obviously you can go here. Also about the calendar, especially if you have a team or if you don't have a team, you can do show week numbers, and you can sync it with your Google Calendar. You can have my tasks from all lists. You can really have this in whatever view you want to have it in. You can filter it. You can have fields. You can like, you really can just do a lot. You can do a lot with ClickUp. So say if you also did have a team, you could be like, oh, hey, what's the task for so-and-so? And this is when they're due. So say if you have like a new client, you're like, oh my gosh, like, can we fit this client in? But like, actually, no, she's maxed out. Maybe we need to move it later. So this would be something great for you to use if you're trying to see where everything's at, especially for the days where you're like, bro, I don't got it. Like, what is coming up? This prevents you from having to always make your to-do list all the time, especially if you do recurring things. The calendar would be a great thing for you to use. You can see everything at one time, and it's just in the all tasks section. The next thing that I want to talk about was dashboards, and I think this would be very beneficial depending on how you're working with your clients. You can make a dashboard for them, and I think Zapier can also like help you duplicate a dashboard. So say you have a template and you just need like connect the right list or something for them. You'd be like, hey, here's your task, and you could just share this with them instead of them having to log into everything and be like, hey, if you want to set a meeting, here's the link to this. If you want to do that, here's this. So it's very interactive. It's very interactive, and these are the different like cards that you can add to really make your dashboard different or however you want it to be. And you can embed things. The Google Drive basically works really well in ClickUp. It's amazing. If you have the business plan, which is like $19 a month, I think a little bit cheaper if you do the yearly, you can have when a ClickUp task is created, you can have a Google Drive folder, a doc, or anything duplicated and actually link to that task. So say you're like, oh, I'm ready to share this with a client, you could just go in and add their email address. And as you can see, it could tell you like the Google Drives and stuff. But you can just do so much with ClickUp and integrate it with the tools that you already use. And most of us already use Google Drive, so this would be beautiful. Who owns this task? Task completed this week. You can have latest activity. You can have like task due this week or overdue. Like you can really have like a place where you can see everything instead of you trying to go into ClickUp and like all the different lists that you have. And you can make ClickUp super easy. It doesn't have to be broken up and like all these different spaces or lists or folders. But if you like it like that, whatever works for your brain, do that. But you can really have it simple and really just kind of go off this dashboard and get to where you need to be. So I think this is really cool. I'm trying to get it to where, because ClickUp, when you hit the slash button, you can also add like headings, a button. So this button can link to, so say use Dubsado or use Honeybook or maybe use Airtable. Like you can link it to other things. So you can come back instead of being like, oh, let me type it in all the time. You don't have to do that. So you can really use the dashboard any way that you like it. And there's so many different ways that you can use it. So I thought that would also be great when you're trying to manage a bunch of clients. You're like, okay, what is due here? And you could probably even have a custom field for when you have client tasks. You can have it filtered by like if the custom field is client task, and say you just like the custom field name is client task. And so you're like, okay, this is what I'm waiting for the client. What is overdue? What is coming up? I think that'd be very beneficial when you're like, who is where? What do I need for them? Am I waiting for them to give me feedback or whatever? However you're working, I think this would be really beautiful to use as you're managing your client. I think it would be really cool to use as you're managing your clients, and just having things filtered. So like there's no more guessing. And the ClickUp is telling you, hey, what's going on? So you're not like always like in the middle of the night, like, oh my gosh, what did I forget to do? Or I need to do this for a client. You can really keep everything in one place. The goal for keeping everything in one place as a stay-at-home mom, as a service-based business owner, is going to be the key to making a lot of things easier for you, because you're not going to have to keep remembering everything. And if you have all your things in different places, it is going to be a lot to keep up with, and it's exhausting. You want something that you can come to like your home base, your second brain. So ClickUp would be your second brain in this aspect. Okay, another thing that's cool about ClickUp is like when you have a new client come in, say like they signed your proposal and stuff in Honeybook, Dubsado, Moxie, Bloom, whichever one you're using, or if you're using like a custom CRM, you can have it integrated with Zapier. So you can have your CRM, Zapier, and ClickUp. And so when they sign that, it creates a ClickUp task or a list or anything like that, and it can duplicate it based off of a template that you already have. And so if you look at templates in ClickUp, they also have templates for you to like look and play with, but you can easily create a template based off how you want it. You can create templates off of docs. You can create it like any kind of template, depending on the plan you have, you can create it. It is like limited to the plan, so it just depends. But if you want a task or you want a list or a doc, you could do that in ClickUp. So when that happens and the task is created, it creates that type of task. So say you have a social media management client and it's like maybe a 3-month retainer, and then so you have that 3-month retainer task instead of like your 6-month. And then with like it can even list all your custom fields. So you're putting your links or their folders, or maybe you want to link to their Slack channel. You could just have everything in one place, so it's easier for you to find. So when you open up that client task, and even as you're time tracking in ClickUp, so ClickUp also has time tracking, you can just it's like in this one central place, and it's beautiful. Before I had my digital products in ThriveCart, I had it in like, I had made a ClickUp doc for you to go through to access it. And so see how this has it's a template, and then all I can do is like use template. And so if you want to do it manual like that, but you can have it automated where it is duplicated based off of action. And so I also want to show you like the automation aspect too. So you can say add automation. And so there's tasks, subtasks. You can pick which one. When you are doing these automations, if you do them yourself, make sure, if you just don't want it to fire a bunch of times, and it depends on whatever automation you're doing, make sure it's task or subtask, not both. Depending, unless you want it to go off for both. Because if it goes off both, it's going to fire multiple times. I just want to let you know. So we're just going to do tasks for this. And then it could be like when a custom field changes, status changes, when a comment is added, all check marks, due dates based off the date, and so it's just like there's a lot of different things that you can do in here. Okay, even mess with Google Calendar a little bit. See, and then with the Google Calendar, it has to be the business plan. This is like 144 on board plus tax if you do it the year plan, but like if you're on the annual plan, and then the monthly is like 19. But there's so much you can do if you really use ClickUp as like your home base and you don't really want to use a lot of other things. You can kind of keep everything in home, especially if you're like, this task creates an event or something like that. It's really cool. But task created, then you can pick like the sources. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but you can even have forms and all the different things. And then the action can be create tab. They also have super agents. I haven't got to play around with them a lot. Create a list, create a tab. There's a bunch of different options you can have. Here we go. I wanted to have it where it lists more things. But basically, based on the trigger, you can have it send direct message. You can have a channel message. You can change who's looking for it, add a comment. So If you have somebody on your team, you can be like, when this status change, I'll send them a direct message saying, hey, this is ready for you to do your part. So you can really get like, you don't even got to be like, hey, this is ready for you. Be like, ooh, status change, boom, and let the person know. Really cool stuff that you could do with ClickUp. You can change the due date, you can change the start date, the estimate time, you can add a relationship. Like, there's so much that you can do with ClickUp. So I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna get off the automations. Also, if you're like, okay, this sounds great and I love this, I do this in my VIP day for you. One business in one day, I'll build. There's something. Hold on. Anyway, I'll do this for you. Let me see. Please hold. Please hold. Hold on. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So this is what I do in my VIP day for you. In one business day, I'll build a system that means your business stops running on your memory and starts running on automation. So you can close your laptop, be with your babies, and actually rest. I want business for you to be as simple as possible. And I want the technology to be doing most of the work for you because you already have a lot going on your plate as a stay-at-home mom running a service-based business with nobody, no support, no childcare, no village, and you're solo parenting majority of the day because your husband works long hours. We have to use the technology. We will use the technology, okay? Because that is the support that we have. So that's what I do in my VIP day. The link will be in the description below, but I'll build this out for you. So nothing is revolving on your memory no more. There's no more forgetting what a client did. There's no more, oh my gosh, do I even have capacity for this? There's no more like, oh, what do I have to move around? You know exactly what you need to move around. You know exactly what your capacity looks like. You know exactly what's going on, even when you're running off of that no sleep. Okay? Because I know you're growing your family or you just had a baby. You stressed out. And if not, you're messing with toddlers. And toddlers are a whole different scenario. I talked about the Google, how you can duplicate the Google Drive folders and stuff like that. Because I know we all love a Google Drive. But now I do want to talk about like the different channels. You could do an email to channel. Different channels. So say you have a team or something like that. There could be a channel. You can have like a message, there's an announcement, there's a discussion, idea, an update. You can really do a lot of different things. You can even do voice notes in ClickUp because I know some people are yappy, and they also do let you have the transcript. I think sometimes the transcript really only pops up on desktop. Don't hold me to that though, because I know they'd be doing a lot of different changes. I think sometimes it's on mobile, but I don't know. Not off the top of my head right now. But you can even have direct messages and everything. So like there's so much that you can do. And I think one of the coolest things for the list, you can add a channel to your list. And so that means like say if you have like you are working with a lot of people or even yourself, like there could be a channel where your updates can go if you want that to be. And then also with ClickUp, since we're here, like you can have different things to add to your view at the top if you wanted to see it a certain way. But you can have channels. I think also in direct messages, you can also, this is the coolest thing if you have a team, I'm just saying. If you're like, oh my gosh, what are you supposed to be doing? Or what is going on? Or hey, we said this was happening. Are you getting onto it? In the chat, you can pull up that person that you're talking to, like for your team, or even if you add your clients into ClickUp. I don't add my clients into ClickUp because it's a lot and people are not as tech savvy, or it's just too much and you're never going to be in the app again. I use the kitchen client portal, and I'll probably have to make a video about that. And I just like it because as a voice note, and I can link all the different things that I need to, and everything is one spot. And that way it kind of just creates a separation so they're not having to learn ClickUp, because ClickUp can be a beast and it sometimes have a learning curve. So I learned my lesson when I had the Notion portal, which I absolutely loved how everything worked together. But my clients were like, girl, this is too much. And I was like, bet. Everybody's not techie like me, and that's fine. But you can see their task in that chat, which I think is really, really cool. If you're trying to be like, hey, I want to talk about this with you, and you can just pull it up and even make the note. You can make whatever notes or whatever based off the conversation while you're on like Zoom or Google Meet with them. So this is how you can use ClickUp to manage all of your clients in one spot. It's super easy. It doesn't take too much for you, and you can really start running your business without relying on your memory, which I think is key as a mama. As a stay-at-home mama running a business, you got so many things going on. So anything that takes that weight and that pressure off of you, and especially speeds up your mental space, is going to be super important. And I think you should take heed to it. But like I said earlier, if you want something like this for your business and you're like, I need technology to handle everything for me, I need this to hold all my to-do lists, I built this for you in one day. So your business can stop running on your memory and run on automate. Because I'm just like, if we've been blessed to live in this type of age, and yes, I know everything is crazy, but if we've been blessed to live in this type of age, we should be using the technology, be using the tools that God has given us. It might as well make your life easier. So if you're interested in that, the link is in my description below. And I also have a free private podcast so you can listen while you're cooking, cleaning, running after the kids, in the car, in the morning, getting ready, whichever. I'm thinking about anything that I make, I'm thinking about you. And so if you want to join that, the link will be in the description below. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe. Be a part of my family on YouTube. I post videos every week. This is my favorite place to be. So if you want to connect with me, this would be the best place, as well as Threads and Instagram, which all of my contact information will be in the description below. All right, and let me know what you learned about ClickUp. If you already use ClickUp, if you use another tool, I want to hear about it because I love hearing about the different tools out there, even though I have to keep myself random. But anyway, if you like this video, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.